Hello everyone, welcome back to Believe Your Science Academy. This is topic of the day. Today we'll discuss about a recent rescue operation carried out by Indian Air Force. It is not any war, it is not any disasters like earthquake or anything. This time the rescue operations held were for the victims of cyber terrorism in Myanmar. That is why this issue is very significant. So we'll discuss what is this, how many people are rescued, and what is this cyber crime in Myanmar, and who are the major culprits and who are the major victims. Okay, so India airlifts citizens from Myanmar's cyber crime centers, the dark web of digital slavery. We'll discuss what is this. First is humanitarian diplomatic operations. The rescue from the scam hubs. Where are the scam hubs? In a major operation, the Indian Air Force airlifted 197 Indians from Mae Sot, Thailand on November 11, 2025. These citizens were rescued from cybercrime centers in the southern Myanmar. This you can see. This is the Myanmar and this is the southern Myanmar region, and they are connected to Thailand. So from Myanmar they were rescued to Thailand. From there they were airlifted to India. This followed an earlier evacuation on November 6, where 270 Indians were rescued from the Myawaddy region, a hub of online scam networks run by transnational crime syndicates. Okay, this is not the first time. Just 4 days back, India airlifted 270 Indian nationals from Myawaddy region. So this Myawaddy region in Myanmar is the hub of crime syndicates. So Thailand, Myanmar, Philippines, Cambodia, Vietnam, these are some of the major hubs around the world for these cybercrime activities. Next, the operations were coordinated by the Embassy of India in Bangkok, Thailand, in consulate in Chiang Mai, and Thai authorities under the supervision of Thai Prime Minister Anutin Charvinakul. Okay, so this could have been not achieved without the help of Thailand nation. So we should also thank the government of Thailand and the Prime Minister of Thailand. Okay, next, the cybercrime and humanitarian trafficking nexus. First, we have to understand how people end up in these kind of situations. The collapse of state authority as well as state authority in the border regions like Myawaddy, which is in Kayin state, following the 2021 military coup. This created a safe havens for Chinese and the Thai crime syndicates. What happens here is, because the Myanmar is a neighboring country to Thailand and China. We all know Thailand is a strict country and China, anyway, it doesn't tolerate all kinds of crimes. So what happened here is, because of the military coup that happened in 2021, the government was virtually not present in Myanmar. So all the regions where the government's control or the military's control was less was taken out by these crime syndicates. So these crime syndicates get the weaponry from neighboring countries, and they found out this particular southern part of Myanmar as a safe haven for conducting all these cyber crime activities and drug trafficking, etc., etc. Next, scam network origins. So what happens here is, the syndicates set up cyber scam compounds disguised as the IT parks or digital marketing officers. So they set up these pranks or scam compounds as IT parks. From the outside it looks like IT parks, from the outside it looks like digital marketing officers. And second is security and control. The compounds are secured with a barbed wire, guards and armed militias, so that you do not know what is happening inside. Next, the militia influence. The region is influenced by the local militias, such as the Karen Border Guard Force, that is BGF, and often collaborates with the criminal networks as well. So again, this is a part of corruption where the government employees or the government officials are working in tandem with the crime syndicates. Okay, so this is what happens. So this is the setup. First they will set up IT park kind of thing, but inside what happens here is crimes. Next, second is they are compounded with barbed wire, with guarded by militias, and third is they have collaboration with the local security forces and militias. Next, the digital slavery business model. This is how the Indians or the people from various countries end up in these kind of situations. First is, these scams centers generate millions in illicit profits by forcing victims into modern digital slavery. What happens here is fraud operations. They make people engage in crypto investment frauds, romance scams, phishing and Ponzi schemes. Second is First, they will lure the victims, that is, use fake social media job ads to lure youth from South and Southeast Asia with the promises of lucrative IT jobs. Obviously, now what happens here is, because of the because of what do you say because of the lack of job opportunities, because of their conditions, what happens with the people is that they will look for any kind of work that is available, around the world. And when they see these job opportunities, because of their depressions, because of their conditions, they agree to work in these jobs. But when they go to these jobs, in search of good livelihood opportunities, good standard of living, what happens is their passports and their documents is all seized, and then they are forced into trafficking and coercion. That is the third step, that is trafficking and coercion. The victims are trafficked via Thailand, passports are confiscated, and forced to work under threat and torture. Victims are trafficked via Thailand into Myanmar through illegal borders crossing near Mae Sot. Okay, so this is what happened in a recent famous case with respect to Danish international student. So there was an individual from the Denmark. She was very interested in becoming a model. So she got an ad similar to this from some Hong Kong company. So she decided to become a model for Hong Kong. Like, she wanted to pursue her career as model. And then from Hong Kong, she was transported to Philippines. From Philippines, then she was transported to Thailand, and where her passports, everything was confiscated, and where she was forced to work for this romance camps. That is, she has to work as a girlfriend for all the rich people. Okay, through the online, that she has to act as a girlfriend, so that she will trap them with illicit photos or nudes, etc., etc., and then with the trap, they will get money out of them. So this was the work she was forced to do, and when she refused, she was beaten, and then a letter was sent to her family that if you want your daughter so and so, we want this amount of money. When the parents decided to go to the police, they killed her and disposed her body of in a river. This is how dangerous these groups are. Okay, they do not have any concern, they do not have any kindness or empathy or anything. So you have to be very vigilant and careful. Next, the Indian connection. What happened here is there is a growing number of Indian youth were duped off by offers of jobs in digital marketing and crypto trading. So what happens here is they will also get a jobs ads that will get a job in digital marketing and crypto trading with the lucrative offers that will be working abroad, and they will be getting so much of money as a salary. And because of this, again, because of their conditions, they agree to work in this one. And then when they go there, again, all the passports, etc., confiscated, and then they're forced. So the key recruitment facts here is youth primarily from Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, and Delhi were targeted in this one. Recruits promised high salaries and arranged travel, often routing them through Bangkok or Dubai. Okay, and then victims were then handed over traffickers operating in Myawaddy or Myanmar. Normally, they do not go to Myanmar or Myawaddy or Thailand directly. They want to find some offers in Bangkok or in Hong Kong or in Dubai. But when they go to Dubai, then they are rerouted from their areas to Thailand and then to Myanmar, where they are forced to work in as slaves. The Ministry of External Affairs estimated that over 400 Indians have been rescued so far from the cyber scam hubs. And kudos to Ministry of External Affairs as well. Next, Myanmar's role and crackdown. Myawaddy is nominally under the Myanmar's control, but effectively governed by armed groups who profit from such scam operations. Okay, just nominally it is under the control of government, but majorly it is controlled by these militias. Warlord control. Myawaddy near Thai border is controlled by armed groups and warlords. And second is the international pressure. The Monty pressure led Myanmar militia, that is Tatmadev, to launch a crackdown in October 2025. Previously, they were in collusion, but because of the international pressure, they had to break this collusion and they had to carry out an attack on this particular militia. Then compound dismantled, that is the crackdown dismantled several compounds and resulted in arrest of the ringleaders. Okay, when the ringleaders were arrested, the people who were rescued from these things were airlifted back to their nationals. Fled to Thailand. Hundreds trapped of workers, including Indians, fled across the border into Thailand, where they were detained. And from there, with the help of External Affairs and the embassies of Thailand and India, they were sent back to India. Finally, a good news for these cybercrime people or victims. Details of rescue operations. So the IAF airlift was carried out by C-17 aircraft, which airlifted 197 Indians from Mae Sot on November 11, 2025. And the bilateral cooperation was overseen by Thai PM Anutin Charvinarakul and strengthening India-Thailand ties as well. Third is previous rescue. There were 270 Indians were rescued on November 6 under similar conditions, and debriefing. Rescued individuals were then briefed to determine if any knowingly participated in cyber frauds. If they are knowingly participated in cyber frauds, then they are considered as a crime. Obviously, no one is going to agree to that one. Again, next is the legal frameworks against the digital trafficking in India are: first is IPC section 420. Now it is BNS, Bharatiya Nyaya Samiti sections, which discusses about addresses cheating and fraudulent inducement. And IT Act of 2000 covers online deception, identity theft, and fraud. Next, international and regional mechanisms. That is UN Convention against Transnational Organized Crime. ASEAN-India Cyber Dialogue, which focuses on regional cybercrime cooperation, and India-Thailand bilateral cooperation. Target cybercrime, human trafficking, and money laundering. So there are both international as regional mechanisms, and also there are laws which are present in India as well. And then the Trafficking of Persons Bill 2021, which addresses human trafficking and forced labor, but it is still in the bill mode. Next, Extradition Act of 1962, which enables prosecution of foreign-based offenders in India. Okay, so there are ample amount of rules, laws, etc. present, but the issue is the lack of awareness among the people who become victims of these kind of things. So strategic challenges and the significance of this is the diplomatic significance. This demonstrates India's proactive diplomacy and use of defense assets for citizen rescue. So this showcases diplomacy between India, Thailand, and India, Myanmar as well. Okay, next, it strengthens India-Thailand security ties against the transnational digital crime. Whenever there is an issue where Thailand nationals are trapped in India, India would be very happily willing to help those Thailand nationals in India. Then highlights security vacuum in Myanmar impacting the regional stability. Next, challenges is porous borders and limited control of Myanmar's central government over the rebel-held regions, which will result in spillover effect to neighboring countries such as India, Myanmar, and Bangladesh. India, Thailand, and Bangladesh. Lack of coordinated cyber enforcement across the ASEAN nations. As I told you, Thailand, Myanmar, Vietnam, Cambodia are all involved in these cybercrime issues, cybercrime warlords. So all of them together should come together. Together should bring some sort of mechanisms to address these issues. Crypto-based money laundering complicates investigations because they are so anonymous. You do not get to find the root source of these particular acts or crimes. Ambiguity, that is, some victims may have participated in scams under coercion, whether they have participated under coercion or whether they are part of this particular incident or not. Okay, next, so way forward should be combating the digital slavery. First is regional cyber security or cybercrime task force. Establish joint ASEAN and India cyber policy mechanism for real-time intelligence sharing. Next, strengthening migration governance. That is, expedite the Immigration Bill 2021 to regulate overseas recruitment agencies and prevent job scam trafficking. Okay, we have to focus on these overseas recruitment agencies who take money from the individuals who are in a dire conditions or dire situations, and then with the help of that money they are sent to different countries, and from there also they get the commission, and then they are made as a digital slaves. Next, legal modernization. That is, update IT Act 2000 to cover digital enslavement and AI based deception as well, and then rehabilitation and reintegration. That is, provide rescued victims with counseling, job support, and skill integration schemes under the PBSK. Okay, Pradhan Mantri Skill Development Programs. And then finally, public awareness campaigns. That is, launch Ministry of External Affairs led campaigns warning youth against the fake overseas job offers through digital literacy initiatives. With this, you will be able to address the issue of cybercrime or transnational cyber issues. So, very important article. There can easily be a question in the coming prelims or as well as next coming up mains about this particular issue. So, note down the examples and also use this in your answers. And if you have any doubts, write down in the comment box. And if you want to discuss something else, write down in the comment box. We will be making a video in the coming days. With this, I will end the video. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.